fé. Beleza? Com esse joguinho aqui, ok. Never Alone. Vamos ver, né? Tá ótimo, que bom começar essa brincadeira.
Unipkaaqutiarsiitpin taalaranilaqannasuk unipkaaqtuaq qaaviuraqama niviaqsiaqarualuguuq iñuuniaqanersuq angayoqaagamani sumitaimma niviaqsiaqarualuq anguniallatunersaq aasiisulaqallavluni supayaanik iñuuniaqutик anuqqautigaiti anuqulingaallaaqsuq anuqulingaalliaqpaalluni kisaimma panirnialiaqsivut niviaqsiaqarualuk kisaimma isummeqpoq tapuraasi kangitsaquaqsigaasumman anuqlisugurukumagaan summan anuqulingaalliaqamagaan tapuraasi kangitsaquaqsigaasumman anuqlisugurukumagaan
Legal, né?
It'd be busy, busy, busy all through the day. You get up and you just go right to work, you know, right to work.
There was always something to do. There was never any idle time. The only idle time we had was after we eat and before we go to bed.
One of the older people would just be relaxing, laying down there and saying, you know, it'd be really nice to hear a story. And then just organically, someone would just start telling a story.
Storytelling for the Inupiaq people is very important because it not only created that sense of community, but is a way to pass on wisdom to the next generation.
It was like TV, you know? It was just like, it was as good as anything, any movie you've ever seen. And the storyteller told it so clearly that it was just as powerful as any of the greatest movie blockbusters you've ever seen.
There was a reason behind the stories that we were told because they held traditional knowledge. They held things that we might need to know in life, whether it was about how to find food or how to survive, or it was about well-being and the importance of connecting with people and being a good member of the community.
We all do stories. We all live in stories. We all tell stories to our friends. And they need to be told. They need to be heard. It'd be
Tô tentando passar aqui no mouse. Não é no mouse.
So scrimshaw is this really beautiful method of art that's done either on baleen or ivory, and traditionally it was used to tell stories.
Each etching is telling a story of some event. Caribou hunting was taking place. This is what was going on. War began around this time, and so it sort of gives you a timeline of history through etching.
An elder or the person who carved it would literally be able to read the scrimshaw story.
They're like reading a book, in a way.
A lot of the storytelling traditions would be things that after the storytelling was done, we'd just rely on the next person telling it. And so scrimshaw is a very important way for Alaskan Native people to record their history.
Ok. Vamos começar. Vamos começar.
Anuqulek pailluni suniuraqanaitsoqunni. Tavrani peaqsiaqarualuk ayuungitsoq. Payyagniuliqsoq. Tuqutawayaqtoq tisimriumi. Arraannapqangapiaqtoq.
Ah, legalzinho. Tô vendo o gráfico bonitinho, né? Olha.
When I was growing up, my grandpa had a pet white fox. If you're a good friend with a fox, when there's danger abound, they try to keep you from getting into trouble. They pull tricks here and there, and Foxes are like spoiled little kids in that way. When you let her out, she'd go prancing out in the snow, jumping in the air. I know she was happy then. Come running at me and jump on my chest, knock me backwards, lick my face, and I try not to let it. So that was my memory of my grandpa's pet fox.
Peraí, um momentinho. Apertando os outros botões aqui, vamos ver. Tipo de forma, né?
Niveaqsiaqalualup kangersingaluq supayaat ikajorteqaranivilugut allaavluni taamna teriganniaq sivuneqsipkangagaa niveaqsiaqalualup qanutun peqpaganaqtilaangit tamatkua ikajortauluat.
Silla is the weather. It also means the atmosphere. Here's the Nuna, or the land. And it's anything from the land into the moon, the sun, the stars. That's Silla.
It's a very spiritual, and we have a relationship with Silla. Silla has a soul in the same way we do as people, in the same way animals do.
I think spirit helpers in and of themselves are really about how we're connected with things. And so it may be that there is a spirit helper that shows themselves as a bird to show you the way home, or it may be a spirit helper that actually decides to show themselves with the face and body of a man instead of their animal form. And so I think one of the things that's hard to understand is that it's not one way of seeing things, it's one way of knowing you're connected to everything.
We've always had that spirituality of everything around us.
It's the interaction you have with the air you breathe, the ocean that you gather resources from, the rivers from which you gather fish, the tundra from which you pick berries, the animals that give themselves. It's all of that.
Jogo bem diferente, né? O menino, uma raposa, sai mundo afora, começando agora. Assim. E é só no... Sobe aqui, meu filho. E
Liviaqsiaqalualugu iriganniaqalu ikayuuti piaqtuk. Siqaqaliurutimigani. Araa kangersinaaitsequnni qaneq pisilaanga. Aqlaan tavra atautsikun aingaluk.
você troca também, então você... Não! Nossa! Nossa! Será que aqui? Não, é por baixo. Já vi. Eu acho que é por baixo. Né? Ó, tem umas CG no meio da gameplay.
In the winter, when we were traveling, we didn't build sod houses, we built snow houses. In Canada, they call them igloo, but here in Alaska, we call them apuyak. We do a day of travel, and then we'd make a apuyak. The next day, my father would set traps, spend the day there, rest the dogs, give them something to eat, and then the following day, we continue to the next place. We'd go to my dad's sister, who had a house at Dubarg. They had a small sod house over there. We didn't have to do anything. We just visit with them, and my dad and my sister were glad to see each other, and they'd talk away while us kids played outside or go to sleep. By the time we get back to our home, my father would leave us with our aunt or with my grandmother, and then he'd start on his trips and go check his trap line. We were not into 8 to 5 kind of time, you know. We're in a total different kind. We're in ecological time.
Será que você vem aqui também? Não entendi. Você pula aqui, menino? Agora eu troquei, peguei outro. Pulei.
Niveaksiaqaluallu tikitka aaimaaqqini. Agalaan maluunaqsingamaraq. Inñoquluk tikinngamaruq niveaksiaqaluallu piingaan. Ivaqalaqsimaruq sumittaimma. Nikatjakkumañainniqsuq. Pakit qaangaunnagu ivaqtani. Nunaaqqiq ikiwaqtuaqaniqsuq. Iñungi tuquttaqtauganiqsit. Niveaksiaqaluallu upperingitqa tautuktani. Tautukunaqtuaq sunapayaaq siquminganiqsuq. Niveaksiaqaluallu iñuniaqatingi pisaullaganiqsut. Qanaqimña anuquliqpallqiñam tainnaqumiñaitqa. Tamanga ikumawaqtuamin qaqraaqpam iñua niptaqtuq. Sumaalagullaqami niveaksiaqaluallu piitsingingani. Agalaan qaqraaqpallqiñat sagavingaaitsut. Immenñaurat sagaveqimi samanga nunamin.
Tem que fazer alguma coisa pra te ajudar aqui. Queria ao contrário, não vai dar. Vou pular pra lá.
Qaikuin tutiin. Qallaktuq iñugungaluaq uppik. Qanaquuma ilisimaneqpaqa. Isumullaktuq niveaksiaqalualuk. Qanuk kiitapura qaunugingagikpen. Qillautika piigupku. Ikayoquniaqalluarikpin kimun tainna nunaaqqiq. Sabaaqitilaanga.
É no teclado.
Drum is something that's common to all cultures in Alaska. All cultures have a drum that may have some stylistic differences or differences in the materials that it's made, but it's still in recognition of life and vitality. And the drum mirrors the heartbeat. And when you continue drumming soon, it will be in line with your heartbeat, because that's what it's supposed to be, the heartbeat of the community, and it symbolizes vitality. And it's the most tremendous feeling to be in a room and to have one long row of all the drummers and to have that feeling of unity and everyone beating in harmony, the drum beat in unison, it's the most beautiful feeling. And to know that you're connected, you're on the land that you are connected to. And even if you grew up outside of the community, that which is in you comes from this area. And it's the greatest feeling.
Man, I went at it and look what happens. Oh.
Toma, corre. Bora. Entendeu o tempo? Não! Ah, não. Você vê que eu tô com...
They're just like other people. They just happen to be very small and extremely strong.
These are stories that are common throughout Alaska. It's normally that people are in a size from your elbow to the tips of your fingers, and they possess superhuman strength. So they may be tiny, but they can carry a whole caribou.
And if you go up north and you talk to a number of the people in the community, they'll talk about having seen them.
There's a place at home that we know, but we don't profess it to anybody.
But it's not like the boogeyman.
They can be mischievous, they can be ornery, or they can be helpers.
And every now and then, we might have the opportunity to see them, especially if they want us to see them.
The fact that it's across Alaska really tells you something about our history and how we interacted with nature around us.
Com a raposa eu olho aqui. Vou vir pra cá? Não. Não vai dar o que eu quero. Oi. Vai comer. Tá pronto? Vou lá comer. Um ramo danado.